Well, hello everyone. I hope you're keeping well. It's another beautiful day. We're having some lovely weather at the moment. I'm planning ahead, ready for Easter. Next week I'll be focusing on making some Easter goodies for Dan to drop off to my brother at the end of the week. So I thought I would do some Easter prep now and make some ice cream. This recipe is from the Victory Cookbook by Marguerite Patten and celebrates the end of the Second World War. The way things are, at least in the UK, it feels very much like we're heading for rations again. So these recipes I hope you find really useful, particularly those of you who are struggling with the cost of living. Without further ado, let's get started. The first thing to do is to make the custard. I'm using Bird's custard powder. This has been going for such a long time. Generations of my family have used Bird's custard powder, and it does make a really good custard. I mean, you could be all posh and make creme anglaise from scratch, and I do that occasionally, but this is just as good. I'm using 1 tablespoon of the powder, and I'll add half a pint of milk. Now, at the end of the war, chances are you might have only had household milk, dried milk. I've only got semi-skimmed. I haven't got any full fat milk, so I'm using semi-skimmed. And I'm going to add about a tablespoon of granulated sugar. This is the pinter I got from the milkman. We have a doorstep delivery every week. We were getting it twice a week, but we've cut it down to once a week now. I get Fen Farm dairy raw milk once every couple of months, and well, I'm not really drinking much tea or coffee anymore, so we're not getting through as much dairy as we were doing, and Dan the same. We're both on health. I'm just adding a drop of the milk and giving it a stir, just to make sure that the powder and the sugar are well mixed together and nice and smooth. And gradually I'm adding more up to the 300 millilitres mark, just below. Now you can do this on the hob, but I'm going to pop it in the microwave for expedience. The way I do it is I put it into a microwavable pan. Every last bit. I usually blast it on full power for a minute, give it a stir, then another minute and give it a stir, and then it's usually ready after another 30 to 45 second blast. This is lovely custard, look at that. So what I need to do now is put a piece of cling film or plastic wrap over the top and down on top of the custard, and that stops a skin, or should stop the skin from forming, although to be honest that doesn't always work, but let's do that now. And then as it cools it will start to thicken more, so by the time we add the other ingredients it'll be perfect. thing to do is to boil this can of carnation evaporated milk. Now I've got a very large pan with some water in, and the water needs to be covering the can, and then I boil it rapidly for 15 minutes before removing it from the heat, and then when it's cooled I will open the can. The can needs to be submerged throughout, otherwise it won't work. I've let the evaporated milk cool for a little while in the pan. It's still hot, but I can now handle it. So I'm going to move that onto a clean surface and allow it to cool completely. The evaporated milk is nearly cold. It's turned a lovely creamy yellow colour. I have tipped it into a bowl to try and finish cooling it off. You could just put it in a bowl of cold water to get it to cool down faster, but I was upstairs doing some work anyway, so I wasn't in a rush. It smells okay though, I think it'll turn out well. Now it's time to whisk the evaporated milk. It's not going to get much thicker than this. If you wanted a thicker consistency, what you could do is boil the evaporated milk for the 15 minutes, and I would leave it a few minutes before you take it out of the pan, and then I would open it very carefully to avoid spurts, although I'm accident prone, so I'm not keen on that method. I have no intention of spending an afternoon in the emergency room. And then you mix a teaspoon of gelatine in 2 tablespoons of cold water. Mix it thoroughly in with the hot evaporated milk, and then you can leave it in the refrigerator once it's cooled down overnight, and then whisk it the following day and it will be a lot thicker. But this has turned out quite well. I'm quite happy with that. It's nice and thick. It would even make a good custard substitute. Anyway, now I'm going to add the cold custard and any flavourings. So there's the custard. I'm going to mix that through thoroughly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 different flavours. So I'm going to get 2 oblong tubs. One tub I'm actually going to keep unflavoured with no vanilla. Dan loves Mackies ice cream. They do a version which has no flavourings, not even any vanilla, and he really loves that. It's a Scottish brand. So I'm going to do him some unflavoured ice cream, and then I'm going to do some banana ice cream. I still have a couple of ripe bananas from our banana haul last Saturday. We got 3 hands, that's 15 bananas from the farm shop for only £2 because they were starting to become ripe. Although most of them were fine and nothing was wasted, the ones that were really ripe I put in a banana cake recipe. One of these tubs is deeper than the other, so I'm going to pour in a good half. That'll be the unflavoured. It smells really nice and creamy. You can see all the air bubbles as well, look at the air bubbles, that's lovely. That's going to be lovely and light ice cream. And to the other one, I'm going to add 1 mashed banana. Just mash it down. A fork is fine. When they're ripe, they will mash really easily. There's no waste in this household. This ice cream is so easy to make. No egg yolks or separating eggs. No fuss. No cartons of cream. It's very simple and very inexpensive as well. A tablespoon of bird's custard powder is pennies, and half a pint of milk, well, that's up to you what you use. It'll all be okay. Anyway, that's all mashed. I'm going to add that now to the rest of the mixture. I'm going to stir that through thoroughly. There we go. You can add more banana if you like. Banana ice cream is a real favourite in our household. I've made it quite a few times. We all like it. It's just something a bit different as well from what you get in the shops. There we go. That's full to the top. So there we go. I am now going to put these in the freezer, and in about an hour, once it starts to set and the ice crystals start to form, I'll take the tubs out and I will mix everything through with a fork to prevent ice crystals from forming. You don't want that texture, you want something that's nice and creamy. So that's all there is to it. These ice creams have had about an hour in the freezer. As you see, it's starting to set. I've been breaking down the ice crystals. I'll be doing this with the other tub as well, and in another hour I'll take them out and give them another mix round. I'll do this another once or twice, and then it should set properly without too many crystals. But you see how many air bubbles are in that? I'm just going to write what it is on the tub. So this one's banana. So this is the natural ice cream, the type that Dan likes, that's similar to Mackies. And again, I'm just breaking up any ice crystals that are starting to form. It's lovely and aerated. This is going to be beautiful. This one hasn't set quite as hard yet. Again, it'll come out in an hour or so and be mixed up again to break up any crystals that are forming. This will give us a lovely smooth ice cream. So there we go. Well, it's Thursday, just before Easter, so Maundy Thursday, and we're going to try this ice cream. It is a little bit frozen. We should have probably left it out a bit longer, but at least it spoons out. So this is the banana one. It feels all right. The texture, I think that's probably worked quite well. You could have more if you want it. There's only so much I can get in the container. We'd stirred it several times, but it's still got a few ice crystals. But it looks all right. The texture looks good. That's the texture. So you can give it a try. If you like it, you can have a bit more. This is a big dessert. And there's more cream if you want it as well. So you and your mum can try these and see what you think.
Ooh,
You have to try and let me know so you can film your mum.
What a treat!
Your mum's verdict.
Mmm. Gosh. It's very delicately balanced. It's like an edifice.
Who's he?
Right, don't look in case it all falls on the table. Oh, here we are. Right. Mmm. Mmm.
That's the banana one.
That's the banana one. That was delicious.
Try the other one and see what you think.
I'm making a mess.
You're allowed to.
Mmm. Oh, that's interesting. Very creamy.
Mm.
Mmm. Lovely.
Mm.
She's a star.
So there we have it, another successful recipe, my 1940s ice cream.
Brilliant.
So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already done so, ding the notification bell. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again soon for the next one. Until then, bye for now.